Welcome back to Good News Bartlett. Of course, you know my name, JT, and yes, I am in a onesie, but that doesn't matter right now. What really matters is what kind of good news we got for this episode, episode 2. I've got some videos and some other news and topics that I think you all would be interested in knowing about. Maybe some Easter Bunny news, maybe some news about a share shack, a greenhouse, some projects done by some youth around the Bartlett area. So let's get right into it. So Evan Alford, he is a sophomore at Bartlett High School. He is in the Boy Scouts. He actually created this project, and you know what? Besides, you don't need to hear me talk. Evan, take it away.
Hello, my name is Evan Alford with Troop 459. I am currently wrapping up my Eagle Scout project. Roughly only 4% obtain the rank of Eagle Scout. Neil Armstrong, along with President Ford and Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer, are just a few of many successful Eagle Scouts. With Eagle Scout being the highest achievement in the scouting organization, it takes a lot. Along with many others, one requirement is an Eagle Scout project. Requirement 5 states you must plan, develop, and give leadership to others in a service project helpful to any religious institution, any school, or your community. The project must benefit an organization other than the Boy Scouts of America. And a project proposal must be approved by the organization benefiting from your effort, your scoutmaster, your unit committee, and the council or district before you start. For my project, I built 11 sensory boards for the schools in the Bartlett City School District. Now, what are sensory boards? Sensory boards are different boards with gadgets such as wheels, lights, buttons, different things to engage students and even teach them basic skills like math or shoe tying. Each teacher got to decide what was going on their board to better fit their students' needs, and I really hope this can make a difference.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Evan. I hope it does well. Now, last week, I mentioned a person who is very dear to my heart, one Lynn Thompson. She actually has an interview that I think y'all might want to take a listen to. So here it is. Take away, Lynn.
Hey, JT. It's your roving reporter, Lynn Thompson. You know what? I am sitting here in one of our congregation members' backyard. Why? It's my mom. So that's why we have our distancing. We're okay. We're family. We've been taking care of each other and keeping each other safe. But, you know, we've been doing something different up at the church. We just came up with this new idea. Well, I did it, and that's the reason why I'm out here on in this wonderful surrounding on this patio to interview Mildred Lee. Yes, that would be my mom, Millie. And the thing is it's so cool about the Share Shack, which shout out to Rachel Hasty for an amazing name for our area we have to share. But I wanted to tell you that it wasn't just my idea or someone in the church's idea and the church staff, but it was just through a conversation with my mom that this all came to fruition. So I'm going to let Mildred tell you just a little bit about how come we even decided to do this. Go ahead, Millie.
You know, there are a lot of citizens.
Talk loud.
There are a lot of citizens.
Okay.
There are a lot of senior citizens in Bartlett in a church. Now, some are in cyberspace, or they really know what they're doing, and then some don't want to because it happened too late in their life. They just don't want to fool with it. Like I have a friend, and she just has 3 channels on her TV. Although she could have all this cyberspace she wants to, but she's not going to have it. But she loves her library, and always has. And guess what? No library. It's closed. So I told Lynn, we have all those books that come in for the rubbish sale.
Yeah.
So why not, just as they come in, put them somewhere where people could go by and just trade out or whatever they want to do. And so when we got down there were puzzles, cards, games, and recent books. And I want to urge everybody that comes to bring those things and leave them and get what you want. And that'll be a library. And this is a community service. This is not just for Bartlett. This is a community service.
This is what my mom always says. Lynn, now that's what church is all about. And
That's
I just
right.
love that. And so her friend, my mom, she's 89 years old, looking pretty good, don't you think? And her friend is her high school friend from way back in the day. So they've been childhood friends. And she just really was like, she was really worried about her not being able to get to the library. And I just think that's so cool that it doesn't matter who you are. We all have those folks that we want to keep a lookout for, and we want our community to be able to be served. And
But
so
you know, I do want to say this about Bartlett Church, that they're real active in doing things like this, like the bunny rabbit's been coming around. I just think that's precious, and because see, we're going to spread the word.
awesome.
And my daughter's been out for 2 days putting out little things out in people's
But about the yard signs, yeah, we've been just trying to make sure people know
and
that
the bunny rabbit. She's been following the bunny rabbit around.
Yeah, we got the bunny rabbit, we've got
And
our
now,
yard signs.
now they're going to
and
have
our
what is
t-shirts.
it? What you say this is going to be called?
Huh? This is called the Share Shack.
No, but it's under something.
Oh, it's in the thank you. It's in the back parking lot of the church, in the student parking lot, underneath the little hut that we have. And so Eddie Lindsay, shout out to him, because he was the one that
Immediately.
I told him that it was Mildred's idea. He immediately got us a cabinet that had not been used in a Sunday school class, and
Nothing's locked up.
so it's all ready for you guys out in the hut. He cleaned out all the mud and all that good stuff, so it looks
so
all
concrete,
good.
You so concrete. Well, anyway, it's easier than going to the library. You don't have to check out.
Yeah, and we've had
Hey, and
we
the
had,
books are never overdue.
that is true. So we've got puzzles and we've got games and we've got all kinds of books for children
Toys.
and also for adults. And we just want to encourage you to come to the Share Shack, right, Millie?
Yeah, bring some books to with you.
Bring some books to you. All right,
Good.
tell them, bring some books.
Bring some books, and we'll just have a good time. Everybody will get to read it till this is all over.
All right, take it easy. Love ya.
You gotta love Mildred. Thank you for that, Lynn. So on to some more topics. The next one we're going to hit on is actually the pre-K at Bartlett United Methodist Church. Some of the kids there wanted to give thanks and kind of share that, how much these staff members truly do mean to them. And I have some pictures for y'all to look at. Now, basically what it was is the pre-K kind of set up a little parade, if you want to call it, and the staff, the pre-K teachers and such, sat out around the church parking lot, of course, maintaining their social distancing and 6 feet apart. And they basically just sat there and let the kids drive by, wave at them. They made signs. They basically just wanted to show their love to the staff here at Bartlett United Methodist, because, when I come into work around 1 o'clock every day, before we were all quarantined, I saw, the staff taking them out to, to the playground or in the gym, or just kind of, just making sure that the kids were kids and they were having a fun time and still learning, but also just, letting them be kids. So I appreciate everyone that works in that department. Y'all are awesome, and keep it that way. Many of you know that Easter is right around the corner. Depending on when you're watching this, it hasn't happened yet, it's happening now, or it's already passed. So with that being said, I kind of had some reporters of mine go out and see if they can find a secret Easter bunny. And thank you to Sherry Russenberger and Jennifer Stedman for providing me with some of their intel and behind the scenes of the Easter bunny that they might have found. Take it away, y'all.
Hey JT, it's Sherry Russenberger, your roving reporter, and look what I found. The Easter Bunny on the loose, dressed in a Panthers jersey, right in front of Bartlett High School, waving at all the kiddos here to get some food from the Bartlett City Schools drop-off. Hi Easter Bunny! What a happy, happy day.
Now, with everyone being quarantined, sports is really hard to, talk about. We all miss it. We all do. But I'm going to actually throw it to our sports anchorman, Cap, and he is going to take it from here and tell you a little bit about some sports that are going on in the world right now. So, Cap, sports. We want it. We miss it. But we definitely all love it. We're in a time now where sports are very hard to come by. And with that being said, I know some of your local TV stations are trying to pump out as much sports as possible with reruns of old games, or ESPN is showing some classic games from, back in the past. Now, I know that there was some breaking news from some sources that I have that said that the NBA are actually holding a horse competition. Now, if you don't know what horse is, that's basically if I go first and I make a layup, the person behind me has to make a layup, and if they don't, if they miss it, they get the letter H. So basically what they've done is they're going to compile a list of NBA players, alumni of the NBA, some WNBA players of that sort, and they're going to have a horse competition, and they're going to film them at their own house, and they're basically going to try to see how this works. I don't know exactly if that'll work, but that's what's going on in the NBA. With the NFL draft is actually coming around. It's actually at the end of April, and that will actually still be held. Now, it will not, and I repeat, will not be with fans there, but what it will be is it will be online. So you will still be able to watch your NFL team draft the player that you think will best fit their needs. Personally, I like the idea. I think having the draft go on is still a great thing. Some of these kids have worked really hard to actually go into the draft and, still continue to, have their dream fulfilled. So with that being said, I believe that's all the sports I have for now. NFL is actually still going on with free agency, so you can keep up with that. But I will be back next week with some more sports updates, hopefully. With that being said, bring it back to you, JT. Bartlett High School, home of the Panthers, and probably you heard that is getting, a new look. Well, I drove by today to see the new look and just kind of get a little glimpse of what it's going to look like. I graduated in 2012, so it's a brand new high school in my eyes. But as I was passing by, I noticed that some of the lunch staff and some of the, teachers and stuff there were serving lunches. So I decided to stop by and take an interview. So take a listen.
Hey guys, my name is Amy Tucker. I'm the school nutrition supervisor for Bartlett City Schools, and this is Larry Young. He's the general manager with Sodexo. Earlier in the school year, with the renovation of Bartlett High School cafeteria, Bartlett City Schools teamed up with Sodexo to come in as a food service management company for our lunchroom. And then the coronavirus happened. So we're continuing working as a team. All of Bartlett City School nutrition employees are coming in and helping to volunteer every day alongside the employees at Bartlett City High School. I'm new here. I've only moved here in June. But to me, Bartlett community is one of the most giving, volunteering, happy, thankful places I've ever experienced. And through this pandemic, this has shown more than any other time what a truly great community this is. With the Easter holiday coming up, tomorrow's Good Friday. We are not working tomorrow, but we gave double meals today. And we reached out to the Methodist Church to see if you guys had an Easter bunny. Teresa Winters actually is the one who told me that you guys might have one.
So with the giving out the lunches and stuff, how many did y'all have today? It is April, I believe, 9th. So how many meals have y'all given out today?
Well, today we gave out 1,133 sacks
Wow.
for those many kids. Each sack had 2 lunches and 2 breakfasts in it. So altogether, that would have been 4,532 meals that we served out today in a 2-hour time period.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That really is.
Well, we started back on the 24th. We did 352, I believe.
On the first day.
Yeah, for the first day.
Wow.
So we've gone from 352 to 11.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
And this is a program that is an extension of the National School Lunch Program. The State Department, the federal government has lifted all kind of waivers for us to be able to continue to do this for our communities. So any child 18 and under, it doesn't matter if they go to Bartlett or they don't, they're eligible to come by and get a free breakfast and lunch every day.
That's amazing.
This afternoon, I had the pleasure of interviewing 2 fellow church members of mine who have been doing a lot of painting and plumbing and construction work on the house that sits across the street from Bartlett High School. I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about it and give you a tour of it. It's called The Greenhouse, and I think you'd be really interested to know more about the history of it and what's going on in the house right now and the future that it holds. And later in the video, you can find out ways to help these 2 gentlemen. out if you would like after this coronavirus gets up. They would love the help. And any way that you want to come and work on flooring or painting or any of that such, please contact us and we will get you to work. So take it away. What's going on, guys? I'm here at the greenhouse. It's actually across the street from Bartlett High School and next to Bartlett United Methodist. But what a lot of people don't understand is what the greenhouse is. And we've got two awesome guys over here who are going to tell us what that is. So if y'all don't mind, tell us a little bit about what the greenhouse is.
Well, the greenhouse has just been a storage house for the Boy Scouts for years. Then we had Chosen Vessel Ministries has approached us about a place. So we decided this would probably be the best place for them. And the house has been sitting empty for 15 years or so it needed a lot of tender loving care. So Lane has been working with me day in and day out. A few other volunteers have been coming up. It's kind of slowed down with the coronavirus, but we're still kind of separating. But we're getting it done slowly. But just, Chosen Vessel Ministries works with women court-ordered out of prison or drug abuse or something. So they work with a lot of women like that. It's mainly women. So we're just trying to get the house ready for them to work out of instead of into the church right now.
Very nice, very nice. So Lane, you've been doing this for how long do y'all think y'all been working on the greenhouse for?
On the house, what, 2 months? About 2 months,
2 months.
I guess.
Now, is it painted? Is it all done painted, or y'all still have a lot more to go?
Well, inside, yes.
Yeah, inside.
Inside, we're pretty much done. We still have the ceilings.
Okay.
Yeah. But all the walls have been painted, all the baseboards and doors. But it's real close.
It looks really nice, especially in here. I like the acoustics in here, and I like the color and stuff. Now, since the coronavirus has kind of put a halt on things, do y'all have like a set date when things are going to be up and running, or?
I just I told them it'll be done when we get done. I'm waiting, volunteers. I just don't get too many volunteers here with everything. Even with everything being shut in, we're just doing a little bit at a time. ASP is we've had two ASP work days here, and they did a lot of stuff when we first moved in. That's really what got us really going, was all that. And then we had another work day. We did a bunch of stuff outside. So we did actually have one more ASP work day, but then that kind of got canceled. Everything else. But I'm still looking for volunteers. When this breaks loose, I've got all the outside still got to be painted. So anybody wants to volunteer, come and help. Anybody knows how to do floors. Wooden floors. So that's probably the next biggest challenge.
Well, there we go. Well, I appreciate it, guys, and hopefully we can get this done. It looks really nice, like I said. So whenever, like you said, if y'all need, if you want to help, you can contact us at the church, and we will gladly get you working. So thank you. So we've got the guys here. They're going to take us on a little tour of the house, and as you see, I think this is going to be like the living room area.
This will be the living room area.
Okay. All right, and then we'll go, I guess, this way.
Yes. This was what was a bedroom, I guess. So this is going to be a little lounge area, is what they're talking about. Actually, this is one of the pews that came out of our chapel that they wanted to keep. So we're going to keep it up here, just as something for them to sit on and stuff. And then this little room here will be the director of Chosen Vessel Ministry. This room will be their office. There'll be two ladies working out of this. So it's getting there.
Yeah.
Then you got the hallway. And this was the bathroom. We've kind of gutted it and had a clawfoot tub in here, and actually sold it on eBay. Oh. And so basically it's going to be a toilet and a sink. So, and the flooring, we do have a company that's donating the flooring to do the kitchen in the other one room. This would have been a dining room. I'm guessing this house was built in the 40s. It's really built well. So it's coming on, and it's a pretty sturdy little house. Well, the kitchen needs a little revamping, but I think we're going to keep it for the nostalgia like it is. So they're just going to be working here, and not be living here. So it's coming on.
Thank you, Eddie and Lane, for that awesome house tour and the description of what the greenhouse is going to look like. I'm excited for when it's all said and done and the finished product is ready to be seen. On to our next topic and the last one. We have been told that if we're going out to places like the grocery store or, to places where large groups of people are at, we are supposed to be wearing masks. Now, I got my mask a few summers ago at my summer camp that I worked at. And as you see, it is this evil smile. It was for a funny thing that we did at camp. I'm surprised I still found it and had it. Now, masks are very hard to come by nowadays. However, you can find a group on Facebook that actually have been creating masks from, scratch, really. They've actually hand-sewn them or hand-made them, and they're giving them to the healthcare providers at the local hospitals and sending them up to New York or out to D.C. where they're really needed. But if you ever see these people out and about, or if you know someone, or if you contact them through Facebook, please let them know how much you appreciate their hard work. I don't think making masks is, an easy task. I've never made one. But if I were to make one, I would probably make one sports-themed or, Marvel-themed. That's just me. But if you do know someone who is making these masks and, putting their hard time and effort into, doing this awesome project, then just give them a thanks and show them some love because they're really putting some hard work in. Before we end this video, I just want to give a huge thank you to all of you out there who shared my episode 1. Y'all got it over to 250 plus views since the last I checked, which is incredible, especially just for someone who's been doing this really started last week. I got this idea, of course, again from John Krasinski. He made a second episode. Y'all can go check that out on his social media pages. John is someone that I really, look up to, and he's an awesome actor. He's an awesome person in general, and if he does happen to see this again, I would love to get together and do some kind of collaboration. Probably not going to happen. I'm just dreaming high. So with that being said, I hope all of you have a great day. Stay healthy and wash those hands. Good night.